What's going on? My name is Cyrus and I'm, and I want to cover with you the 7 steps to discover your inner greatness. I know it's challenging for you out there and you may feel like, I don't know what I want to do in life. I don't know how I want to get there. I don't know how to make a plan. I don't know how to do all these things. Well, this is going to be a guide to help you understand those things. Step 1 is find what you love. And this is very challenging for us all because it's like, how do I find what I love to do? Everybody's pulling me in every direction, whether it's college, whether it's this work, or whether it's my parents saying I should do this job, or all these different things. So how do I find out what I love to do? It may take you to sit in silence. It may take you to do certain things that you're not used to doing to find that. But first and foremost, find those things that you like right now. Don't get so caught up into that one thing that's going to change your life. Look at these small steps to get you where you need to go. If it is basketball, pursue it. If it is painting, pursue it. If it is whatever it is, pursue it. Because this is going to help you get closer to what it is that you truly love to do. I give this analogy all the time when I'm speaking, because I'm from Ohio and now that I'm living in Los Angeles. If somebody was trying to tell you how to get from Ohio to Los Angeles without a map, what would you do? You would walk west. That's all you could do, walk west. And even if you end up in Seattle, you're still closer to Los Angeles than you would be in Ohio if you did nothing. So that's what I say about following the things that you like to do at this point, and then it will get to what you love to do. And that's step 1. Step 2 is research it. If it is starting a clothing line, hypothetically, what is it that you need to do to get to that point? What have people done before you? What have Tommy Hilfiger did? What did this person do? What did this Find out what they did to get to where they went to, because you may or may not want to end up where they end up. So find people that is in a position that you like and research their life, and it can give you somewhat of a blueprint on the direction that you need to go. That's why it's so crucial to research it, because it's going to save you a lot of time in life just jumping out there saying, you know what, I'm just going to figure it out. You don't have to do that. That's an okay process, but you don't have to do that. You can research it and it will help your life tremendously. Step 3, understand who you must become. Man, this is so important that it's unbelievable. You don't know who you have to become to achieve the goal. Let me give you an example. If you say, I want to have a 4.0, you may not know how much studying has to go into doing it. So as you study, you will start losing friends or start having less time for the friends that you do have. So you will have to become more disciplined. You have to become more studious if that is the goal. If it is owning that clothing line, as I said, what is it? Do I have to work at this Gap? Do I need to work at Banana Republic? Do I need to work at wherever I need to work at? Who do you have to become to achieve these goals? To do this thing that you love. And in order to do that thing that you love, you have to transform yourself into a person that can achieve these goals. Step 4 is plan final to first. Already see yourself owning that clothing line. Already see yourself at the end. And then track it back to where you are now, sitting on the couch or wherever you are, in the library at your school. Track it all the way back to where you are. Why do you do that? So it can give you a plan to move forward. So if it is owning a clothing line, just say, I want to own a clothing line on the corner of 1st and 3rd. I'm going to have it there. Okay, what building is it? It's here. Okay, track it back. What does it take to get this building? It takes $2,500 a month, roughly. Okay, what does it take to do that? Blah, 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 blah. And track it all the way back to where you are now. And try your best. I know it's challenging, it's very difficult, but try your best to lay it out and see if it may take you 5 years or 3 years or 1 year or 2 years or whatever it may take. That's why you do from final to first, because this gives you a layout on how you can get there based on where you're at. But I do want to be very clear with you. It will not be perfect. It won't even be close to perfect, because this is a journey you never went on before, but it will give you direction. And that's key, is walking west and having that direction. That is very key, having that direction. I can't say it enough. Let's go to the next step. Step 5, eliminate distractions. That may come in the form of your friends. That may come in the form of family. That may come in the form of social media. You have to put barriers to protect yourself from yourself. For me, I know that I go on certain websites. I may say, oh, you know what, I want to write a book. And then I start writing a book and I get sidetracked into looking at certain websites or whatnot. So what I did, I blocked those websites. What I also did is put my phone in the other room when I'm working. I did a lot of things to eliminate my distractions. I looked at my faults. If you're one of those people that may get hungry, you get up, make sure you prepare your snack, put it beside you. Eliminate the stuff on the computer. Get rid of a whole lot of things that will take you away from that work that you know you need to put in. You know, I'm speaking to a lot of smart people out there. I know y'all know. So even when I'm doing seminars and whatnot, they say, well, I knew I should have did this. I knew I should have did that. So I know you already know the things that is distracting you. So make sure you eliminate them and put together that plan to make sure they don't become a nuisance in your life. The next step, speak about your goal. Now this is a mixed feeling when I say this, because people be like, you don't want somebody hating on you. You don't want nobody. Forget all that. Speak about your goal. Speak about it as much as you possibly can, because what happens is you open a door for opportunity. As I mentioned about having a clothing line, as you speak to people about it, you're going to have people that's going to quote unquote hate on you. You're going to have people that's going to have negative things to say. And that may come from a family member. That may come from a friend, but that doesn't matter because you're trying to be somewhere where they can't see themselves. And that's fine. But you keep speaking on it, because what happens is doors will start opening that you know nothing about. You'll be like, how did that happen? I was talking to a friend about this clothing line. Now he got a cousin that own a factory or whatnot. Now I can get a job there. That's just the way it works. The more you speak about it to more and more people, opportunities will start coming your way. Hate will start coming your way too. That will happen, but it's a part of the process. But ignore that and pick up the things that matter to you. So make sure you speak about your goals. I'm a strong advocate of that. I'm not one of those people that say, keep it bottled up and just grind and grind and grind. No, speak about it, and you never know who can help you. The last step is reevaluate and perfect. Weekly, you can take a look at yourself and say, am I where I want to be? How was this week? Did this week go well? Did I end up doing everything that I had planned? How well did you stay on top of that? And then you reevaluate it and you perfect it. And every week, I do it every Sunday, but every week you look back at your notes, you look back at your plan, and you update it. We don't know how to create a perfect plan because we ain't never been there. So you have to keep updating it. And I do want to let you know this will last for the rest of your life. If you're truly ambitious out there and you really want to achieve these goals, as soon as you get to a goal, you're just going to move the bar farther. So it's always going to be this pattern of updating your goal time and time and time again. So it's very critical to make sure you reevaluate and perfect, because as you grow and as you get smarter, your ideas is going to get better, your plan is going to get better, your goals is going to get bigger, and this is a part of the process. So make sure you reevaluate and perfect, because you are getting smarter and wiser week by week by week. So make sure your plans reflect that. I also have a book that get in more depth about the things that I'm talking about right now. And as I even scroll through it now, is how to find out what you love to do in case you do get stuck. All these things that I have in the book, and you can get it off my website in the description box below. But anyways, thank you for taking out the time to watch this video, and I hope I helped. 7 steps to discover your inner greatness. And I'm about to leave it open for a couple of questions in-house.
I know that it's probably different for everyone, but what do you feel is generally the hardest step for people?
The question I was asked is, what is generally the hardest step for people? I think the hardest step is understanding who you must become. Because to separate yourself from people that you grew up your whole life with is a challenging thing. So if you need to become more disciplined, or you need to become more aware, self-aware, if you need to become all these things, that's a challenging thing to say, you know what, I'm gonna wake up today, I'm gonna make sure I stay on top of this. I really want this goal, even if that means I can't communicate with this friend as much as I would love to because they wanna play video games or whatever it is that they wanna do. Understand who you must become, I believe, is the most difficult, because it's about transforming ourselves for the goal.